is. Oh man, this is a week.
Well, we just did the Spider-Man cast.
Yeah, can't talk. I don't even know if we can say that in there.
What?
Oh, the Spider-Man cast, not the cast of Spider-Man. The Spider-Man, like, as in podcast.
We just did our spoiler thing, which, you know what?
Yes.
Eventually. We could do it.
You could probably do it next week, honestly. It's like the week is the thing, right? It's like a week long, and then you can...
treat it like we treated Last of Us. Like, it's at the end. Like, if you want to cut this off, cut it off.
Yeah. To be fair, I think most of the people that listen to us definitely have seen it by now. I think everyone has, actually.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one said anything about it today.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like everyone's just like week before Christmas, you know, getting their shit on. That is the least bright thing I've ever seen. Oh, man. There it is. Here we are. Back in Technicolor. All right, we got video, we got audio. We are rocking and rolling. Hell yeah.
The smart thing to do is put the video on this.
No, it's fine.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it. As long as that red little bubble is on, then I know that we're recording. If it goes off, then yeah. But yeah, man.
Oh man.
Back on the couch.
Back on the couch, but for how long?
That's a good point. I was talking to my dad earlier today. He's like, "You guys gonna record next week?" And I'm like, "I mean, the plan is to." And I'm like,
"That's always the plan."
Yeah, like. I mean, it's the day after Christmas that we would record. I don't know if you have plans the day after Christmas.
I'd have planned to go to my dad's, but at the same time, it doesn't matter because I'm literally off all week.
I'm not off all week, but
Well, yeah,
I
but
am in the area after 4:30.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Week.
I'll be available.
All right, well, look at that. We'll probably be on a couch next week.
Yeah.
And if not, I didn't say anything.
It's all a dream.
Yeah. But thank you guys for joining us again for another week. The past 2 weeks have been video versions of the podcast via Zoom.
Yeah,
well, Discord and Zoom now.
Now that I can use Discord on PC.
But that's been pretty nice. It's been a good-ass time, man. I don't know what to talk about. This week specifically is very big because a specific movie was released. Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know how much we'll talk about it in this podcast just because we just did for like an hour, to be honest, off mic.
Yeah, I'm starting to kind of regret that now.
But to be fair, it's more just like we haven't seen each other in person for 2 weeks. Hey, friend, let's talk.
Right.
And then there's that.
It's our classic joke of we can't be friends unless microphones are on.
We haven't said that in a while, so it's nice to make the resurgence.
Right.
But yeah, well, maybe we'll talk a little bit about it later. I didn't realize that Samsung was there, and I thought it was a spider.
I'm like, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. So there's a TV there.
Yeah.
Even you video amigos don't know what we're talking about. But
if you've watched this, you know that there's a TV right here.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we're coming off the heels of the Game Awards. That's dying down. Not much in the world of reveals in the game world right now. As far as I know, I've been a little bit off the pulse, so maybe we'll talk about that.
I kind of have too. Like, I really don't feel. I say this a lot. I really don't feel like this is going to be a long one because honestly, all the nerd news, whether it's video games or what, has been like Spider-Man is coming out. So that's much all we've been talking about.
True. Have you been playing games as a preface to the section? You've been playing one or two, I think you discussed. So we at least do have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we could find some news. I know there's news that happened.
Yeah.
I just
Nothing
know in our personal circles, all we've been talking about is Spider-Man's coming out.
100%. But I've seen it 3 times myself.
I have seen it 2 times less than that, which is 1.
That's quick math. But no, man, I was at work. No, it was Wednesday night actually. So Wednesday night, I was on YouTube because I watch videos, you know, to like do work on the side, and on my YouTube recommended page, which is like you just hit the home button and there's the recommended videos. When I hit it one of the times after watching a video, the first video that was there was a major spoiler.
I meant to ask you what that was before the mics came on.
It's the obvious one.
Okay.
It was a major scene. One of the ones we were just discussing that we need a GIF of, that scene specifically. So that was the thing that was shown, and it was literally like the thumbnail was that with like everything, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then I refreshed the page, and then another spoiler happened, which was the very end of the movie. And what happens at the very, very end. Not the post-credit stuff or anything like that, but like the last, like, 10 seconds of the movie.
Oh, that was spoiled on you?
Yes, that was the second thing that was spoiled. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I would be pissed at that. Yeah, now I understand your level of how pissed you were.
So I was super pissed all day Thursday. Like, super pissed. Not only from, like, that happening, but plus, like, no offense, and this is nothing bad against Lucas, but he had the week off last week because after PAX he wanted to decompress.
Understood.
And a lot of the people that go to him to ask questions, who are idiots, and he tells me about on the regular, came to me for their questions. And boy, oh boy, was I this close to leaving. And just quitting on the spot because of how stupid people were.
Work-related questions.
Work-related questions that were like, I've answered you, leave me alone. And then they'd be like, well, no, you're wrong. And then I would be like, okay, now I'm going to double down and like screenshot shit to like show you receipts of how wrong you are and calling me wrong when I know that you didn't do your job right. Shit like that.
Right, okay.
And like it just kept happening throughout the whole day while I'm trying to apparently also take over a whole entire new state that we're taking on. So I'm like, cool, awesome, great. No, not your fault, Lucas, to be fair. But that was already bad. So I'm already pissed. So I'm talking to this dude at work, and I'm like, yeah, I don't go till Friday to see it, like, and then Saturday with my brother, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, dude, I'm going tonight. I'm literally going by myself because I can't be spoiled. I'm like, that's an idea. So I look up on the AMC app. None of the Dolby showings had seats available. None at all. And then I look up on the regular movies, which, boy, oh boy, made me really appreciate the A-list because having that and being able to go to Dolby for the like one payment, 3 movies a week per month, whatever the hell it is. Oh boy, it made me appreciate it because I'm like fucking in the seat like this. Like those seats are so tight, like the regular theater. And I'm like in the dead center, top row, in between like 3 people on my right that are somewhat quiet but like kind of whispering the whole time, and then people to my right who are like saying some stupid shit that I had to correct them audibly. If you know, you know. We'll talk about it probably next week with spoilers, maybe, or maybe we'll later. We'll figure it out as we go.
If we talk spoilers about Spider-Man,
we'll preface it.
We'll preface it, and it'll be. I'm thinking we're gonna put it at the end. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where like. The portion of the main show is over. Yeah. From here on out, we'll talk about Spider-Man spoilers.
That works.
If you would like to not listen from here on out, feel free to not listen. I'm almost positive majority of people have seen it by the time this episode comes out.
But if not, you have a cutoff.
There's your cutoff, yeah.
If anything, you know what? It could be like the after the outro music portion this week. That could be, it would be like the longest one ever.
Super long.
Could be.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So I went Thursday. I cried 4 times, 2 times on the way home, and then 1 time when I was in my bed because I was just like remembering things. And then I went the next day with the guys from Haptic. Brett was lucky enough to get an extra seat. I guess one of the people he bought seats for wasn't able to go, so I went with them. Cried twice. Then hit it pretty well because I was just like, I don't want to cry in front of the boys.
It's dark in there.
Yeah, except for the light from the screen projecting on you.
But it's easy to hide it in a movie theater.
Sure. But, cried twice there. And then I went last night with my brother, which was also funny as shit because he did, apparently, the night we bought our tickets 3 weeks ago, me and him, next to each other. Right. He checks his phone early last week like, hey, my ticket's not in my AMC app.
Oh, shit.
And, like, he's, like, trying to figure it out, blah, blah, blah. Turns out the seat was bought next to me, not by him. I guess the order didn't go through or some shit. So he buys a seat at the very end of the same row that I'm in. And I'm like, well, there's a seat open next to me. Like, there's literally 1 seat. And I'm like, well, if a minute into the movie there's no one on the seat, just make your way down. And he's, like, texting me, is anyone there? And I'm like,
during the movie,
like I can hear it I can feel it, like one vibration in my pocket because like the signal's bad in there. And then I'm like, I'm not answering it in the first place. And then the whole movie, I'm just sitting there by myself. He didn't make his way down. Whatever. Fucking, it's the very end of the movie at the scene in the snow.
Okay.
That's specific enough. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I really need to pee.
Luckily, you saw it twice already.
I've had to pee since the big moments, like
Right.
the very big moments, like the start of Act 3, pretty much. I've had to pee, and I'm like, I can hold it. It's fine. And then that part happens, and like I get that feeling of like, if I don't go, there's gonna be a problem. I'm in the middle of the row.
Your kidneys are exploding.
Literally, I want to die, and I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go. So I just start going, and I don't know what it is or what they did to the Dolby Theater.
Oh, you start going, making your way.
Oh yeah, because I'm at
You
the.
said I just started going. Like,
Oh no,
on yourself.
No, I just started pissing myself.
I gotta see something.
I gotta see this scene for the third time.
Right.
But no, like I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. So I fucking start going, and like I don't know what it is, but the wall and the seats, like when the seats are fully back. Before this year, I swear to God, they weren't that close. My feet were on the wall, and only the thing was up. That's it. Like that's how close it was.
Shit, yeah.
So I'm trying to make my way. I'm like, please, fucking move your feet, people. And I'm at the top, so luckily there's like a little like bathroom area in there where like you can go down the stairs to get to the main area. So I'm like, cool, go there, do the thing, and then like the main final scene is happening again, the one that I was spoiled from originally, and I just stand up there and I let it happen, and then the credits start rolling. I'm like, okay, now I can go back in the aisle, and I'm like, cool, that's fine. Let me tell you, the people who were next to me, on my left, on that screening last night. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have a problem or whatever, that's fine. It's fine if you have a problem. They smelled like diapers.
Oh.
And like...
What'd they look like?
I don't know how to say this without being rude. They looked like people who would wear diapers. And that's fine.
Old people?
Not old to the point... Like...
Okay,
They're not,
we're
like,
all adults here. We're not trying to. I'm not gonna like. Out
They
of
just
people.
looked like they needed to wear diapers. Let's just say it like that.
A bigger person.
Yes.
Okay, a person of a certain size.
More than I would expect to be there, like in that seat. Like they looked like they.
Okay, all right.
They
That's
also
all.
had like a walker with them. Where I was like, "There's literally handicap seats. There's like at the top. There's like a handicap seat spot so you can put your like walker, or your wheelchair somewhere." And I'm like my legs have like the walker is on my leg the whole movie, but I didn't want to bring it up or whatever. And then like she's also like she brought a blanket. She took her shoes off during the movie. Fucking her food, she put it on my armrest, and it's not like the middle armrest like that can go up like that situation. It's the one where it's like there's her armrest, a space that is like 3 millimeters, and then my armrest, and her shit is all on mine. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And she smelled like diapers, and I'm like,
She strong armed you. She strong arm rested
dude,
you.
she fucking... And like the thing was, like I was having my pretzel bites with no cheese because they ran out of cheese. I had marinara sauce because I was like, give me something for fuck's sake. And I don't like
also had
mustard.
pretzel bites.
Yeah,
I had cheese though.
Sorry. Fuck me. I was gonna get mac and cheese bites, but they didn't have them ready because they never do, even though they're fucking fire. But anyway,
Why'd you wait? You saw the movie 3 times.
because I knew where my seat was. It was in the middle.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I hate going into a theater if I'm in the middle because the people are abysmal. So I'm like the whole time, like I'm eating my pretzel bites super fast so I could put my mask back on, and I'm fine after that. But like, I'm like, bro, like, ma'am, I get
Please.
it. I understand you have probably some stuff going on, but Jesus Christ, your shoes are off. You're wearing a blanket. And you smell like diapers. You smell like the fucking Toys R Us section where it was Babies R Us. Like that aisle where like you'd be walking on one side and it'd be Legos, and the other side it's all the baby shit. And it specifically smells like diapers the whole side over there, even though diapers are only in one section for some
It
reason.
smelled like the family bathroom.
Yes.
What is the
100%.
we got the changing table and everything.
Literally, yes. And like I'm like, she's fucking strong arming me off of my thing, and I'm like, this is just not a fun time. But at the same time, it was a great movie.
That's a perfect place to have that pause. Yo.
I'm hungry.
All right. Well, besides all the turmoil you went through,
Yeah.
while seeing that next to the diaper genie.
Luckily, Josh didn't smell like diapers when I sat next to him. That's the one silver lining.
You sit down next to him and you're just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
You just stand up.
This is a learning moment. This is like when you teach someone how to swim, you know? It's like that. All right.
Well, again, I'll reiterate. I'm glad that Josh didn't smell like diapers when he said that.
Yes. It was a good experience though. There are a couple things to critique. At first, I said it was better than Spider-Verse on my Instagram story. I was like, yeah, best Spider-Man movie ever. Now, after seeing it 3 times and having to sit through the Morbius trailer 3 times over 3 days, because Jesus Christ, I hate that trailer.
By the third time, I would have been showing up to the movie 5 minutes late on purpose.
5 minutes late. You are
I know.
lowballing that of the 40 minutes of trailers that are in front of that movie.
True.
Because, my God.
That's
And then-
prime real estate for trailers.
Also, I don't know who the fuck... Did you go to AMC?
No.
Fuck. There's like this new bumper that they put on for AMC with this like actress that's blonde and old as fuck. And I know her and I recognize her. I don't know anything she's been in. But she comes in and she's like wearing her high heels. She's like, AMC movies. We make movies better. We come to the movies to escape and go to places we've never been before. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Well, I have a boner.
No, I'm like, shut the fuck up, lady. Turn on my movie. And it's the worst thing because I thought it was only in the regular movies because I had never seen it before. Like, I think I saw it once for the Ghostbusters showing when I saw that. And that was in Dolby, but I was like, maybe it was just this one when they're just trying it out.
Right.
Dude, it's on every movie after the goddamn, like, if it's IMAX, after the IMAX bumper, it's like,
They keep bringing it back.
AMC, the movies, And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
This is just like to see parents like,
Yeah.
there are children in here.
Well, the worst part is, and this is the thing that got me, that made me mad about it.
Sexy
She's like,
trailers.
we want to go to the movies to go to places that we've never been before. And she looks at the screen as she's in the theater. And it's Jurassic World on the screen.
Never
And
seen
I'm
that.
like, the fact that that's the movie you choose to go to a place you've never been before, that's dumb.
She's going to call him like, have you ever seen a dinosaur?
The Jurassic World movies are better than the originals. Like, fuck off. No. Get out of here. Get it out of my face. I'm done.
Chris Pratt's in it.
Yeah, I know, right? Honestly, I just want, like, someone to go back and put a Mario hat on every single Chris Pratt role that's ever existed.
Someone's either done it or is going to do that.
Do it.
That sounds like such a YouTube video.
Yeah. Mario is in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
Yahoo!
They replace all his dialogue
Yeah.
with Mario sounds.
In the intro beginning part where he's dancing, instead of the music, it's just World 1's music. He's just dancing, kicking the water and like singing whoa, 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 into the little lizard.
Do it, world. Make that a thing.
God, I'm gonna end up having to do it for fuck's sake.
At least that scene.
Man, that would be pretty fucking funny as a scene. Just that intro dance section, and it's just World 1, and he just starts going yahoo into the lizard.
Yup.
That's
Completely off beat and everything.
Just kicks the lizard, and then what noise would it make? Would it make like the toad noise, like the like it flying away?
No, it's a lizard, so it has to make the Yoshi noise.
The one where he's like, looks like he's pushing out the fattest egg as he's flying in the air.
Exactly.
That noise is.
Ba-dum.
I used to be able to do that noise, like, but yeah, here we are. It's start the fucking show.
Yeah, we were off the rails.
God
now.
damn.
Off the rails 3 coming soon.
Yeah, hell yeah. Is it 3 or is it 4 by now? I think it's
No,
4.
we did 2. We only did 2 of them.
I thought we did a 3.
I mean, we might have gone off the rails. We didn't call it
I
off the
thought
rails.
we had a off the rails 3 already. My bad.
I already said when that comes out, it's gonna be off the rails 3 Tokyo Drift.
Hell yeah. I remember I was in one of the haptic streams and they were getting off the rails for one of their episodes, and like they jokingly, while they were recording it live, they're like, "We're gonna have to call this episode Off the Rails." And I'm like, "Don't worry, guys, we're way ahead of you. We already got 2."
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. this week? Because you did it last week, right?
Yeah, it is you,
on the
sir.
video.
It is you, dog.
Level up, gamers, and welcome back to another episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast. As always, I am Chris, and I'm joined by my co-host.
I'm Ant.
And
What's up?
you can follow us everywhere on social media at Save the letter B, the number 4, Quitting. Over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and here on YouTube every single Friday for the video version.
Titty
gang.
Hashtag titty gang.
Titty gang. Acronyms are our friend. But
They
if
are.
you're not a fan of acronyms or titties, you can also go to our website, which is savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, .com, in which you can see our Twitch stream if we're live, our merch, which you can see being modeled by Ant today. I have none on me. I'm lacking representation.
I would, but I don't know.
I don't think there's anything on the back.
Well, I was just going to be that spinning model. Because I have
We just got to get you a lazy Susan.
It's on a human size one. I'm just on it.
No, normal size lazy Susan. We just
Me
get into a ball and just spin.
spin me.
Yeah, hell
It
yeah.
breaks halfway through.
Hell yeah. But yeah, you can check out our merch there. We got a couple of designs there. We're trying to work on some more ones coming next year, probably more so than this year. But go check those out. Everything helps if you'd like to give us some get some merch and give us some moolah.
Some donies.
Streamlabs is very nice and gives us money. But yeah, man, it's been a time.
It has.
We're
It's
now-
always been a time.
It's always been a time nowadays.
Real quick, why do they call it a lazy Susan? Is it insinuating that there was once a housewife named Susan who was too lazy to turn around the thing to get the spices off the lazy Susan? So off the spice rack, so they made lazy Susans.
I wouldn't doubt that if it was like some 30s or 40s invention where he's like, Susan, what the hell? Grab it. She's like,
Grab
"Which-"
the damn paprika!
She's like, it's behind everything. I cannot do it.
Damn it, lazy Susan! I've got it!
And just puts a wheel underneath it.
I
Here
call
we
it
are.
the lazy Susie. Just looks at the side of his
And
eye.
then that man was divorced, and she got all the money because justice.
Lazy bitch gonna rape me.
Fucking alimony checks every single fucking lazy
Do you know who
bitch.
I am? I invented the lazy Susan.
Oh, you owe me 15 cents. You said it. I own the copyright. You see?
There's the title. Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
Yeah, right?
So if you would like to talk to us, Twitter, Instagram, just end the show right there.
That's it. Thanks for watching. Save before quitting. But as always, we start the podcast off every single week with what we played this week. And take it away.
I played something.
You were talking about it upstairs.
I was. Trenton was down here playing Xbox all weekend. And at one point, he wanted to play Gang Beasts. So I played Gang Beasts with Trenton for 3 hours.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty stupid, but it's fun as hell.
Knocking someone out is pretty
Yeah.
satisfying. It's
Throwing
like that
them
Jake
off of
Paul
a-
knockout. You see that video?
Swift punch.
Yeah.
You heard that shit land. You saw
Dude,
the
that
shit fly
gentleman's
off of
spirit went out of his body
Yeah.
like Spider-Man.
him. Oh, yeah, right?
It's in the trailer. It's not a spoiler.
Yeah. But, like, that game, he's enjoying it way more than... But he's enjoying it like a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's just like, he fell off the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yup. But I'm just trashing him. Like, I'm not even letting him. I'm not even giving him any mercy because he's a kid.
I feel that.
He's like, stop it. I'm just throwing him into, like, the octopus tank in the volcano off the roof.
Hell yeah.
It takes a while to get the controls kind of down because you know how they feel all wonky when you move them.
Yeah. Don't you have to like hold certain buttons to move certain limbs and stuff? Or,
Kind of like I had L and R1 kind of throws punches, but if you hold them in, they grab stuff, and then on the Xbox controllers B is a headbutt, and then X is like a kick, A is jump. So I guess kind of, but it took me a while to figure out because Y raises your hands up. So I'm like, okay, so if you combine grabbing them with Y, he'll lift you up. But once I learned that,
It was
it was over.
Yeah.
So he's trying to punch me, and I'm just grabbing him and like, nope, and just throwing him off the building.
Fireman's carry throw.
Yeah.
You turn into Brock Lesnar, just like.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's all I played this week.
Gotcha.
I didn't play nothing. Another week goes by. Haven't touched Halo once.
One of these days we'll play Halo. I mean, if anything, what we could do as the meme for today's stream, which we'll get to in a second, we'll do that for like all of probably 5 to 10 minutes for the meme, and then we could play Halo if you'd like to play Halo.
We'll see.
Because
The
then you could play
meme
Halo.
might be way better as content.
I feel like it will be, but like that'll only last for so long before we're like, eh.
Okay.
And then you get to play Halo, and you have an excuse to play Halo
True.
for a long period of time.
True.
Bada boom. Look at that. We're solving problems here.
Left and right.
Hell yeah. But so that's all you got this week. For
Yeah.
me, I've been playing Fortnite a lot. There's a new Christmas event out right now. And it's really cool because there's like a lodge that you go to every single day, and it's got like this like Santa Claus Fortnite character there.
Okay.
And he's sitting there next to the Yule log. And there's like a bunch of interactable items. Like there's like one of the go-kart things on the roof. You can hit it and it goes vroom. You can look at the Yule log and like put it on your screen as your holiday Yule log. And as long as you leave it up, you gain XP, which I'm actually doing as we speak. I left my PlayStation on before I
You're a
came here,
madman.
and I'm just gaining XP for free so I can get Spider-Man faster.
I'm about to say you are after that Spider-Man.
Yeah. But I'm actually only 6 items away from Spider-Man right now, even though I also bought the No Way Home set that came out. Tom Holland and Zendaya are in Fortnite now. I bought that. I've exclusively played as Spider-Man. Zendaya, I don't know if I think it looks that much like Zendaya. Like, I understand that they have
tried.
to Fortnite it.
Yeah.
But like even the outfit doesn't look like it to me. And then the hairstyle is just like her hair from that one show that she does on Showtime.
What's that show called?
I don't know, and I want to watch it a lot.
I always see it. I don't know why I can't remember what it's called.
I know that it looks visually really cool, like the lighting and whatnot and stuff in it. But like her hair is that, but that's not ever what it is in the movie. Like even in the intro scene of the movie, which just picks up like right after the last movie, like it just picks up right there.
Yeah, the intro to that movie is the ending of the last one.
Yeah. Like her hair isn't that way. So I'm like, this is not MJ, this is Zendaya. Like so that it's not a bad thing either, to be fair. It's also her second skin in Fortnite, so there's that. Because she got one for Dune as well.
Okay.
So that's a thing. But I've been playing that, and in that little lodge thing, there's a advent calendar thing where there's presents all around, and each day you get to open a new present, and each present has a free item for you. So like I got a pickaxe the one day, I got like a loading screen, a spray, and then there was one box, which if you remember back when the Unreal Engine 5 game was announced with Epic, I said that Neo and Trinity will be added to the game soon.
It'll be this week.
It will be this week, because you know what was on the advent calendar?
What?
There was a box that had wrapping paper that was the Glitch Matrix texture.
Yeah.
You open it up and you get a glider that is one of the Matrix Sentinels, like the robots, and you glide down on that with like the tentacles and shit, which is really cool. So I'm like, oh, there it is. There's the first bit that they're gonna do. I'm assuming Tuesday or Wednesday it's gonna get announced that the skins are in the game.
Because it's Christmas and it comes out this week.
Yeah, 100%.
Random thought. If I was Microsoft, I would have paid them to have an exclusive first-party Matrix game. Only because of the colors of Microsoft.
Oh, 100%. That would have been the smartest move of them, but here we are. I don't know if we're going to get another Matrix game anytime soon.
I don't know. You don't think that Unreal thing was a springboard for them to make a Matrix game?
No. Not that was like... Because I don't think that was a game. Like, not to be that guy. Like, I feel like it was very much like it was a test. It was a test world.
A test and an advertisement.
Yeah, like, it was pretty much they made that test to show off what Unreal can do. And then they were like, okay, well, now put a green filter on it. And then make the character model someone that looks like they're in the Matrix. And then put, the other guys. And like, added all the other stuff. Like, I feel like that was definitely like this is a test to see what we can do. here's a city, go for it. That's it. The end.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily like a jumping off point for a game, especially with like the lack of gameplay that's actually in it. Like the most that it has is driving, and the driving is rough. So there's that. But so Matrix will be in Fortnite this week. I am calling it. This is Thursday when this comes out.
Probably out by now.
Yeah, most likely. And if not, in the next day or two.
Yeah, if not, then it's going to be tomorrow, which tomorrow being Thursday when this comes out.
It'll
Christmas
have to
Eve.
be the day before. Like
Yeah.
it's either going to be the day of or the day before where they're just going to announce the skin, or at least announce that it's coming sometime this week. Just because I feel like since No Way Home is such a big deal right now, I haven't seen anything for The Matrix in like maybe a week or so since Unreal came out.
Right.
So like the promotions kind of died down a bit. They're like, okay, let's let No Way Home take its course.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Smart
in
move.
like a week, like I think the week after Christmas, like New Year's week, is when all the No Way Home stuff starts showing spoilers in the trailers. Like there's going to be new bumpers.
Do you think they're going to do that?
I think so, just because it's going to get to the point where like it's going to
There's
be
no way to hide
spoiled for
it anymore.
everyone.
Yeah.
So now they're going to use it as a way to get people to go see it who haven't.
Got you.
Because like if there's a person out there that's like, yeah, fuck the MCU, I don't like these movies, XYZ element OP, and then they show a bunch of stuff that's in there, they'll be like, oh, now I gotta go see it, you know,
Right.
without saying much.
Right. Right.
So there's that.
But it is to the point now. I think I was telling somebody, one of my homies at work, he said he couldn't see it this weekend. He had to wait for like after Christmas to see it. And he's super heavy into comics and stuff too, and video games, like stuff that we like.
Mm-hmm.
And because he had to wait for like his son to come up for Christmas because he was with his mom. He was like, I want to see it, but I'm waiting for my son. I was like, listen, man, your situation not like my situation where I live with him, so I can just go take him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I was you, I would just go see it, and I'd have to act in front of myself. I'm sorry. I'd be like, oh no, oh shit.
I mean, I'm not in that situation myself, but I would 100% do that.
Yeah, I'm like, you gotta,
man, like,
because he's into it like we're into it. Like we send each
Yeah.
other like he sends me like new revelations and like comic books and Marvel stuff. We always talk about the MCU and what connects to what, and he's into it like we're into it. So like I'm just giving people like idea of like the level he's on. So I'm like, you have to kind of go see that.
I feel like that person 100% needs to, because especially with like knowing if you're any remotely into that kind of stuff, your algorithm, whether it be on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or Twitter, will feed you that shit unless you go to like extreme lengths to block it all.
And he's a little older than me, so he's like he's not super on social media, but
Enough.
he's on YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to get on YouTube. I'm like, well, if you do got to get on YouTube, I suggest you immediately go down to your subscriptions library. So it's not recommending you shit.
Yeah, 100%.
I was like, to go on YouTube, just try to not look at your feed and just hit like
Subs.
my
Yeah,
subs.
100%. It's a time, man. Like, and it's weird now too, because like I follow there's a channel called New Rock Stars, and they do like the video breakdowns every single week for like the Marvel shows or the Star Wars shows. And I think it was Friday night when I went to see it. I'm like, man, they still haven't put up their like spoiler review. Like they put up their non-spoiler review. I'm like, that's cool that they did that, whatever. But like I'm waiting for the spoiler review because I've already seen it twice. They posted it yesterday, and people are pissed about it because I think in the thumbnail they put something that's like slightly spoilery to the point where it's like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I'm like, I'm not mad about that personally. Like, I feel like a week is definitely a safe period of time, but like they're like a YouTube channel that thrives off of like being recent and now. So
Yeah.
I'm not mad that they're putting up a video that talks about spoilers with like slightly spoilery thumbnail, but like to the point where like me seeing the movie is not like, why would they do that personally?
Is it a spoiler in the sense that if you saw the movie, you know what this is? But
Yeah.
like, but does it protect the people who haven't seen it? If you haven't seen it, do you know what to?
I think it protects them enough that where they're, as long as you're not looking into the thumbnail where you're just like, oh, the video is posted, and then you read it says spoiler review, you could scroll past it. You're not going to get spoiled. But if you're like spoiler review and then you look at the thumbnail and you're like really looking at it, that's when you're like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's for me, that's enough. I can't blame them for that. Cause I'm like, y'all need the views. Like, that's the way that you pay your employees. Like, you are a YouTube channel that thrives off your views and your merch sales. You need to be recent. Get it. But also, I understand the other road. So it's
just, I don't know. I think for a while because we've been having this conversation in the Discord, but it's just like, just don't put that shit in your thumbnail. Talk about whatever you want in your video, as long as people know, like, yo, spoilers. We're going to talk about it, because at that point, it's on them. If
100%.
you continue to watch.
And in my opinion, it's like, it's such an easy thing to make a thumbnail. Like, to be fair, I don't think our thumbnails are that great. Like, I really just grab a YouTube, like a screenshot of like us doing something funny and like put words over it. But like for some, I'll put like more effort into, and it doesn't take much time to do that. It takes like maybe like 30 to 40 minutes to do it. Make 2 thumbnails. Like, do one where it has that slight spoiler in it and post that after a week, because you can update thumbnails whenever you want. Then make a like say you need to post it Saturday night. That's the night you need to post, because your ad company that's paying you for this video needs you to post it that day. Literally, Spider-Man Tom Holland on the front, the regular movie poster in the background, big red words, spoilers. That's it. And then replace it on the next Saturday. Easy enough. In my opinion, that's just me.
Like, I honestly feel like after Christmas, the gloves, I feel like at that point, gloves are off.
You're going to see so much shit in the trailers after Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be everything.
What's Christmas? Saturday?
Yeah.
I feel like that Monday, everybody on YouTube, like, go nuts at that point, because there's been ample time. Like, you know what this is at this point.
By that time, I think we're also going to get the late night show people getting on like every single person that they can from the movie. And that's like, they're going to have Defoe, they're going to have Doc Ock, they're going to have Jamie, and they're all going to be talking like loosely about it. Kind of like how Jeremy Renner was on recently with, I think it was Fallon.
I think
and
it was
Fallon. He was very funny with his, because he was just there to like not give spoilers, and it was a good interview. I liked it, because Jeremy Renner was funny as shit, and I don't like Fallon because he looks like the douchebag from Recess that always wrote the notes.
Fucking Randall?
Yeah, he looks like Randall. He looks like Randall with straight hair. Tell me I'm wrong.
He's Randall-esque. I'll say that.
This is the video portion where I put up the pictures of the side by side. Jimmy Fallon is Randall from Recess.
That's great.
That makes Questlove the teacher. The big.
I knew it immediately as soon as you said it.
The one that he gives the notes to. But yeah, man. Other than Fortnite, I've been playing that. I actually got Lucas to start playing. It's ironic because he was playing it with us at first, and the way that Fortnite works nowadays is that when you first start playing, they pretty much just put you in bot lobbies where there's just AI that are, their shot is pretty much aim hacks. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if they see you and they start shooting you, you're getting almost killed.
Right.
But it's easy enough to kill them where they're not building, they're not doing anything crazy. Lucas got so many of those games that he was getting bored of winning. And, like, it was getting to a point where I was like, listen, man, like, you just wait for that one game that you finally get out of the bot lobbies and you start getting the people that are doing some crazy shit while building. You're going to miss getting a win every single game. Yeah. And that happened.
I'm sure.
So we got to that point. I think we played last night, and I don't think we got, like, one win. Maybe. But, like, we played, like, a ton of games. Like, just kept going, running it back. Like, we would run into some people. Like, they'd either just be good shots or, like, they'd be doing the weird building shit where it's, like, way too much. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with dying here. I don't care. I'm just here for fun. And that's pretty much the way it is. Like, I just played with Ryan earlier. We only got 2 wins. One of them, it was kind of funny because it was me and him. I got killed by this dude who was, like, doing some crazy building shit. Mm-hmm. And Ryan was left last alive with like 7 people left. So there was 2 teams of the teams were 2s. So it was 2, 4, 6, 3 teams, and then him by himself, and he couldn't get me back up. So he literally builds a cube around himself, and there's this new item where it's like a reinforced wall. So it puts like a steel thing over top of it. He just covered the room in the steel things, which can be broken. It just takes longer to break. Yeah. And he's just sitting in there like with his gun. You can hear things getting built all over the place. Gunshots firing everywhere. And
it's
then
like your last moments.
And I'm like, Ryan, just stay there. This is not gonna go well for you. And then it gets down to, I think it was 4 people, right? I think 4, because there was 2 people left alive on one team, and there was another solo, and then him.
Okay.
So he comes out of his little hidey hole, and there's just like this ramp, and you see that the other solo over here actually got a kill on one of the other guys. So that guy's crawling around, and he's the guy up at the top of the ramps looking down at the guy who killed his partner. So Ryan just pulls out a sniper, one shot, and then starts beaming him from behind, kills that guy, runs up on a ramp, and then he's running around in circles with this guy over. It's a Peely skin too, as well.
Of course.
So he's running around with him, running around, gets a couple shots on him. He pulls out his shotgun, and you aim down sight with the shotgun. You don't really aim down. It kind of just like focuses a little bit. And I'm like, stop aiming down sight, because with the shotgun, you can move really fast and like change your shot and like hit really good ones when you're hip firing. And I'm like, stop doing it, stop doing it. He stops doing it, hits 2 fucking headshots, we win the game. And I'm like, that's there.
That's A1.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
I was
right
like, we
A1 ending.
He fucking hid for like 4 minutes. Like, I went to the bathroom and went pee and came back. He was still there. And I'm like, good. We're getting the XP, because we're trying to place higher, because, we're trying to get farther in the battle pass. As of that point, it's like, we know we're going to lose. Let's just hide and get the points. And then we ended up winning, and it was just fun, And that's the gist of the conversation of Fortnite. It's just that it's fun now. I don't think I'm going to stream it much anymore, because it doesn't seem like people like the when I stream it, / also it doesn't make good content, I don't think. Like the TikToks have not been flowing as they were with other games.
Got you.
So I'm going to switch off and start doing other stuff, I think. I might start diving into some of the Nintendo Switch titles that I have not touched yet, because boy, oh boy, have I not touched that console.
And also, I promise to get back to those OGs. I meant to do them
you got time.
last week, but because we talked about it in the last episode, but shit got away from me. Been some busy times, but Christmas is coming and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do them, because I got some stuff I really want to do for those, and I just got to get back to it.
Hell yeah.
Got to find a moment.
Maybe this week, but we'll see. I mean, later this week, we're filming our Christmas video at some point, probably, hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah. No, we will. It's right now. How does Thursday feel for you?
I'm trying to remember if I have off Thursday or not. I think I have off Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, that's love.
Do I? I don't remember.
I don't have off either one of those, but that's nice.
I think, wait, no. I have off Friday because it's Christmas Day observed. Too. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think I might have off. It's either I have off or I'm work from home. One of the two. Because I think I'm off. No, I'm off. I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore.
This could have been an off my combo, but still.
Yeah.
Behind the curtain is always. We always bring you guys behind the scenes.
Welcome to Behind the Curtain, where I'm not sure about anything in life. But no, we'll record that this week, and then maybe one of those nights if you want to do the OG streams or something like that. We'll see.
One of those nights.
But yeah, man. Other than that, I definitely want to do like a top 5 episode, either next week or the week after, of like top 5 games that were played this year. Not necessarily that came out this year, but just like top 5 games that you played that you were like, go play these games, god damn it, and then do like 1 or 2 like honorable mentions of you missed these games, didn't get to play them, and you want to go back and play them.
All right.
Things. So we'll try
That's
it maybe
easy for me
next
to do.
week.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a cool idea. And then I might do a top 5 on Figure Friday. We'll see what happens.
Year-end wrap-up kind of style.
I got to remember what I bought this year, and then put that list together of how much money did Chris waste this year.
That's what you have to have. You have to do your top 5, but the bottom corner is just like the price is going up, how many you've done.
That would have been interesting if we started Figure Friday back like at January and just like keep adding how much I've gotten over the year. I'll do it next year. That'd be funny.
All right, that's cool.
Like, hey, here's the Figure Friday portion. This is how much I spent this week. Oof. Just like...
Yeah, so price can keep going up, and then at the finally just says oof on the numbers.
Yeah, 100%. It's like next year on New Year's Eve, it's just oof. And just take a couple shots and go to sleep. Exactly. But yeah, man, that is all we got for what we played this week. I did play a little Halo, but I'm not going to talk much on it just because Halo multiplayer is Halo multiplayer. You know, it's fun. It's a good time. It's nothing special. I want to get back into like a story-based game. I don't know what game that will be. I kind of want to play Psychonauts 2, even though I've never played Psychonauts in the first place. But apparently there's like this like 1 minute little like recap at the beginning of Psychonauts 2. Just because like if it's nominated for Game of the Year, I should definitely fucking give it a chance. You know, like I gave Resident Evil 8 a chance.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the rest of them. We haven't played It Takes Two yet, but I at some point we'll end up playing that, I assume.
Yeah, it's coming. That's coming for sure.
Yeah. I forget what the other ones even were. Cyberpunk. We should do a worst game of the year too.
I don't even think that's Cyberpunk. I'm trying to think of what that is.
I know exactly what it is. I played it, and I uninstalled it after a week.
12 minutes?
I don't think that's a bad game.
I don't think it's bad, but it wasn't worth going back to.
Yeah. No, Battlefield 2042.
Oh, damn. There it is right there.
That's my choice because I played it, and I was like, whoa.
I played the demo, and that was enough. Like,
The demo feels the exact same as the main game, in my opinion.
That might be it. Well, spoiler alert, that's it.
Yeah.
This episode is probably going to be a short. There's not a whole lot of like news, like breaking news. We got to talk about this type news.
Breaking news. Right now, if you're a video amigo, you might have noticed something. If you're an audio amigo, you probably didn't notice anything because it's a visual thing. Behind us, as always, is our set of Ant's lovely collection. Added to this collection this week are one or two new things. One of them of which is the new Xbox controller, which is pretty cool. It's a nice looking controller. But the other thing, if you haven't noticed it yet, is a little something called the GS5.
Hey kids, have you heard of the PlayStation 5?
Well, this is the GS5.
You'll love the GS5.
This right here is the GS5. If you don't know what this is, probably.
It spells it out for you on the side.
Yes.
Game Station 5.
It includes the game station, a stand, 2 controllers, the plug for the power, and then it's literally AV. It's not HDMI.
So we got to use the fucking thing?
The box. I mean, it's fine. We got it.
But no. It is fine because we can do it.
But also,
but
that's
y'all
crazy.
Don't have an HD. Y'all couldn't even get that.
So this is something that was advertised on the website known as AliExpress.
Everybody's favorite.
If you don't know what AliExpress is pretty much like Chinese knockoff products. Like there's a lot of like toys you can find there that are like coming out like in stores, as you know now, but they're bootleg as hell. Like I have a couple Clone Trooper figures from there for customs because like they're cheaper than buying the actual ones, and the actual ones already suck, so I'll buy the bootlegs instead. It's also ironic because there's a lot of like horny shit on there. Like on my recommended, like I bought like a bootleg Stormtrooper figure to like just see what it's like, and if you scroll down to the recommended, it's literally like leggings, but the leggings are see-through everywhere except for the underwear section on this woman, and she's like in doggy style, and you can see like the actual, you can see this woman's labia. Like you can see everything. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this
can't save you now.
I'm like, this is recommended compared to me buying this Star Wars toy that's made out of like crappy plastic. Like, what do you mean? Whatever. It's a weird website.
Looks like somebody's still in our algorithm.
Yeah, right. That's funny. So I saw a TikTok of some guy, and he saw an ad for the PlayStation 5 on there, and this is what came instead. That's what originally had happened.
Poor guy.
So we waited around like 2 months for this, I think. 2 to 3.
I don't think it was 2 months.
I thought it was around that. If not, it's very fast shipping.
I think it was a month and like some change.
But we're gonna do a little unboxing for you. Okay, so it isn't stuff. I thought it was just all loose.
That makes me even more worried. That it's
I'm very confused. So here's the thing. From that sound, it sounds like everything in this is loose as hell. But apparently not, because
that box got loose pussy, dog.
Jesus Christ. There it is. This will be a set item forever.
Get the fuck out of here. It's a mini place.
The controllers feel disgusting.
It sound. There's nothing in this.
Yeah.
This is a hollow husk of a fake PlayStation controller. These buttons feel gross.
Yeah. My favorite part. LR. For the bumpers, right?
There are no bumpers.
There's no bumpers on the
There's
controller.
no L&R buttons.
But there's an L and R molded into the plastic. This is the mold for the PlayStation 1 ones, isn't it? From the ones that came with
Yeah.
the RetroCon.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's the mold from that, because it's a bootleg. And then they just took out and put like plastic
I'm about
there.
to grab it. Where's the mini PlayStation? That's not a box.
Yeah, I didn't put it. I didn't take the thing yet.
I'm tripping.
You're not tripping. You're caught up.
Caught up. So caught up.
Yeah. He's losing control.
Losing control. Game station got a hold of me. And sing it again.
There it
If
is.
you're Pippin Papa colored this.
It's like smaller,
It's
but the same
smaller.
exact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a thing.
This has R buttons on it.
The fun part is the games that are advertised to be on this are listed as classic games. None of which are actually classic games, I don't think. Probably not. They're pretty garbage. But you know, it's a nice USB 2.0 cord. The thing that really grinds gears is the fact that it's
This is nothing in this, Chris.
it's AV and USB. Where's the USB go? Oh, this is the power? When has there ever been a power that has charged a console that is USB mini? That's what you charge your PlayStation 4 controller with.
I think the
This
mini retro consoles are USB.
Ah. And then we got our little stand here as well, which I'm assuming there's literally
little pegs.
it has little pegs on the bottom. And then you just take this and you go, Jesus Christ, it's not sized.
Do you go?
It's not sized right.
Don't know how to feel about that.
So, to be fair, we only paid like $10 each for this.
That's how much. I don't
It was
remember.
$20 with like free shipping. Another fun factor of this, if you read, there's a power button, there's a reset button, and then would you like to read that?
Where the controllers go? The Joy 1 and Joy 2?
Joy 1 and Joy 2, as if they were Joy-Cons.
Or joysticks. Either way, it's not.
But yeah, we bought this as a joke. We're gonna stream it.
Why does the power button feel like
That's
the
the
reset
reset,
button is clicky?
and then the power button
But,
sticks in and out.
Yeah, but it's like even when it sticks it out, it like moves around.
So we're
You
gonna.
hear, you hear this jank?
This is very jank. It looks like it came in one of those like little containers that you would make candy out of for FYE. Like one of those things that you like mix water with the powder and like it turns it into candy, like the Japanese ones, and
Yeah.
they're always not really that great. They're just like more novelty than actual
This
candy.
is the Japanese candy of game consoles.
That's rude to Japanese candy.
True. I'm sorry,
They
Japanese
got some good candy probably. But
The Japanese candy packaging of game consoles.
true. But if you're a video amigo, you know that we just came back from a little break.
Yeah.
If you're an audio amigo, hey. So
what happened.
we looked it up. There's not much news that happened besides the fact that No Way Home came out and besides the fact that Matrix is coming out. There's literally nothing.
It's seeming that way. CLD in our Discord news said Ghostbuster actors Ernie Hudson says a new game is definitely happening. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool, but I feel like if you're going to do a Ghostbusters game, just do Luigi's Mansion 4 Ghostbusters Edition.
He meets the Ghostbusters.
Yes. That's the crossover we've been dying to get.
I forgot to turn that fader down. Keep talking.
I am still talking. What? Oh. Pressure.
Massive pressure. We do a show every week.
I don't know. But I guess we're just gonna move past the news section because like I don't think that there's anything worth. I checked out that state. The only thing that was there was the PlayStation plates and the controllers. Everything else is like more to come in 2022.
Yeah, Game Awards is over. Spider-Man happened.
Yeah.
We
It's
said we already
Christmas.
Ubisoft already making a Splinter Cell remake, which I feel like I said on the last episode. It's pretty much it because all the news is what happened at the Game Awards.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'll give it another 15 seconds before we move officially on.
You might be moving on, dog.
And with that, every week we ask you guys to message us over on our Discord, which you can find from the link in our bio. If you click on that, you can join up and sign up for free to a Discord. Join in on the community. It's a nice little channel that we discuss stuff. We should have been discussing Spider-Man today, but it looks like everyone's just been tuckered out from the weekend in general because nobody has talked in the Discord about Spider-Man today. But we do have a section in there in which you can ask us questions and bring up news stories if you'd like us to talk about it. We do have a question that was asked in the Discord.
Shit, we did.
It's the Lucas one, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. So, in games that have a concept of stamina.
There was another I'm sorry.
Oh.
We'll do his first, but there was another question.
Okay, so we got two today. Look at that. This is the beef and the meat and potatoes section. But in games that have a concept of quote-unquote stamina that you use to run, do you think it should be applied to out-of-combat situations? I'm not bitter about not getting around a little quicker in Far Cry 6, LOL. So Lucas has been playing Far Cry 6, apparently.
Yeah. So I'm trying to understand it. So
in games, so like Breath of the Wild,
right.
when you're in combat, obviously when you're running around or something, there's a stamina bar, and like it runs out, and then you can't run. You know. Out of combat, when you're just trying to get around and you're running, the stamina bar still goes down.
Yeah.
Do you think that should be a thing, or would you rather it not be a
It
thing?
depends on the game. That's kind of hard. I can't make a blanket yes or no.
I mean, I feel like that is a. I feel like out of combat situations, like it definitely, it's not needed. Like if we're gonna go strictly off Breath of the Wild, at least for the moment, like when it comes to the stamina bar, like.
But if you take that away outside of battle,
just for running at least, like getting around, like climbing, I could understand it, like because you're exerting so much energy, but like just a run.
I feel like that game is too built upon that mechanic to take it out. That's what I'm saying. If you're building your game around that mechanic, then I feel like it has to be there.
True.
If you take that out of Breath of the Wild, then it's not Breath of the Wild anymore. It's because that's what that game was like.
It's just the wild. There's no breathing involved. You're just you don't need to breathe because you have all the stamina.
You take that out, then you have to change it for so many other things that you might as well keep it in. And then there's no point in going to upgrade your stamina meter. Like, so if we're talking about that game specifically,
no,
I think you keep that in.
Okay.
I
can see where it can become annoying though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it definitely does make sense where it's like hyper specific to the game, but like if the stamina really doesn't add anything to the game, like I could see it making sense for the combat if you think about it in Far Cry 6. Like, you know, you want to run around and like get to better positioning and whatnot like that, but like if I'm not shooting anyone or in a combat situation,
then no.
Like that's really annoying that I have to run and like I get timed out and then I got to catch my breath. That I got to listen to my character breathe heavy in my ears.
If Breath of the Wild had guns, I'd be like, okay, no. The fact that he has a bow and arrow, like if you have to aim and hold it, I get why there's stamina there.
Yeah.
With his move set and his tool set, I understand
sense.
where the stamina comes. If I'm running around in Halo or Gears and
or COD,
and I'm having a shootout. But there's a meter telling me like your stamina. I'm not even running out of bullets. I'm running out of stamina.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely the point. Like, I don't know any other games besides Breath of the Wild that use a stamina bar in my besides maybe like like sports games, but I wouldn't count them because I wouldn't count that as combat. Wrestling games would definitely have it nowadays, but I feel like that was a good thing that was added to wrestling games before they became garbage as of late. But like adding stamina to stuff like that, it's like so you can't just spam stuff over and over and over again, as opposed to a shooter game where it's like that just doesn't make sense to be in a shooter game.
And it
like,
makes
even
sense,
if you have melee,
and it makes sense in a wrestling game because in real life you couldn't just do that
over and over
again.
Yeah. And to be fair, like I don't know if it's like just straight up stamina, but it's definitely like an energy bar or something like that. But like other than that, like that would, if you take that, if you could add stamina, like a stamina bar to one game, what would it be?
This is hard because it's almost like rewiring your brain. It's like, what game did I already not have it and now you would add it?
Spider-Man.
Didn't you have something like, it wasn't a stamina bar, but it was an upgrade bar. Like now you can do this for longer, or jump farther. Or
I just like when it comes to combat with him, like I understand that he's super powered and he probably does have a lot of stamina because whatever cardio and shit. But like the ability to just constantly dodge over and over and over and over and over and just keep doing that dodge,
circle,
like,
circle.
I get it, but it should be definitely limited a bit. Like if you were to compare it, it's like you take like the game Arkham, like any of the Arkham games, where that was pretty much the originator of that combat system. Like it wasn't in there. There was no stamina bar in there. This is just a human being. Like he's a fucking rich boy with.
If anybody should have had
stuff.
it should have been him.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, I get why he doesn't even know it would be cool if implemented, but I understand why you don't give it to Spider-Man.
But it's one of those things where I feel like it would maybe help it a little bit, where like, not to say that it was an easy game, but like it's one of those things where like it adds like a little bit of difficulty there where like you're trying to be more tactical with your dodges as opposed to just spamming it because you can. I think that's one thing that would help it out.
If Captain America had a game.
They do. The Avengers.
If Captain America had a game. Yes. I could see. See, now I'm about to pitch a game. This isn't even about stamina anymore. What if they had that, and in that game you had a stamina meter, but if you wanted to be on kid mode, it would be called I Could Do This All Day mode.
That's just...
I just want the game to I just want that game to be made just so I can see that mode.
Yeah, that's good.
And you go to it and it's like, I could do this all day.
That's like one of the achievements you would get, pretty much. That would be an achievement and a mode. And then like in the regular game mode, it'd be like a upgrade perk that you could get.
Yeah.
Like it would be everything. Like they would just like fucking ham it up as much as they could.
Talk to us, Marvel. We can figure some shit out.
Yeah, we could. And then we could figure some shit out with Spider-Man with our qualms.
We do have those. We have qualms.
We have qualms.
We love that movie.
I love it.
But there are everyone's freaking out over it, and that's great. But I do have critiques.
Yeah. I feel like that's the thing, too. It's like, with movies like that, you need to have critiques, in my opinion, because, like, I'm not over here, like, shitting on, like, small-budget studios and, like, critiquing the fuck out of them, because, like, I don't think they deserve it. Like, they don't have the same budget and the same, like, resources as someone like Marvel, where I'm like, if I watch a movie and I think that some shit was shitty, like, for Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage... Like, I thought a lot of that movie sucked. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, it was fun, turn your brain off, but, like, I did not like it at all. Like, I thought it was, it's going to get the, it was almost the corner.
Oh, it almost at the corner?
It was almost, it did a little bit, like, little bit.
We're watching the screensaver on the screen bounce around the screen.
It was, like, this close. But, yeah, man, that movie was, like, painful to me. And, like, I get it because it's Sony, but, like, Sony, you have so much money from everything you do. You're telling me you can't get like people who know and love and breathe this character to make it super fucking accurate to either source material or at least adapt it in a way that's like good. Like
that's why I'm worried about how we talked about before, why I'm worried about Morbius.
Yeah. Morbius is I don't care about that, man. I know I have to see that movie, but I don't want to.
I don't care about it, but from the looks of it, I'm like, this looks Venom-y.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally a scene where he goes, I am Venom.
I'm just kidding.
And then he does the thing. That's literally it. I don't know. That movie looks like shit. But I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it. Michael Keaton's in it. That's the only good part as far as I'm concerned. And then what's his name from Tyrese from Fast and Furious?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what his last name is. I think it's,
Tyrese Gibson.
is it Gibson?
Yeah,
I thought it was Gibbons.
close enough.
Yeah. Either way,
Also of R&B fame.
he is.
Yeah, he's a singer.
Did not know.
He was a singer for, put it like this. If you compare it to his singing career, he just became an actor. And he's been an actor
Interesting.
for a while, so he's been singing for a
Damn.
while. I was a kid. He was singing his heart out.
And then what's the one guy's name that used to have the fro and then didn't have the fro anymore? That was in the first movie. He was the guy that did the thing. He like started the race.
And what movie?
In Fast and the Furious, he's the other
Ja
music
Rule?
person.
Ja
Is
Rule.
it Ja Rule?
Yeah.
No. I didn't know what his name was. I just know that there's the scene with him and
This
The Rock.
is why I'm here.
Yeah, with the Rock comes and says something to Tyrese, and then Ja Rule like spits out the drink.
Yeah.
Because it was not scripted.
Yep. Hey y'all, Ant here. Upon re-listening while editing this podcast, I realized I made a grave mistake. That was not Ja Rule, that was Ludacris. Ludacris, ladies and gentlemen. While Ja Rule was in the Fast and Furious series, in the very, very beginning, the scene we're referencing is Ludacris. I'm sorry for that horrendous mistake. And now, back to the show.
Fast and Furious lore.
Look at that. That was off the rails. We hit
That's
everything.
the game that we need right there. We need a Fast and
We have
Furious
that.
game
It's
with
horrible.
stamina that is just represented by family. The family meter.
The family meter.
Yeah.
It's the word family,
Yeah.
and as you use it up, the colors deplete from the word
Yeah.
family.
And you just start hearing like a slow chant in the back. Family. Like you see that video yet with all the people with the bald caps and they're just standing there saying family. It was on
about
G4,
family.
dude. It was on Attack of the Show. And then they got everyone in the studio to start doing it, and they like crowded Kevin, and then Austin Creed picks him up and his baby holding him while wearing a bald cap over his hair that is sticking out.
That's clearly being seen.
Dude, it is. If you haven't watched any of the new G4 yet, it's all on YouTube right now. I highly recommend watching the live streams as opposed to
The
it on TV.
re-airings.
Because it's on TV as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously. And when they live stream it, they like say some like, you know, out of pocket shit, but it's not out of pocket in the way where it's like too much, but it's too much for the sponsor, so they take it
Right.
out for TV, and then like it's just so good, dude. It's such a good show.
That G4 proved themselves in a way where I was like, because when they were first talking about it, I'm like, how the hell is this going to work in this era?
It is really well done, in my opinion. There's a lot of new shows too. There's like they just play games for an hour. It's like when they're getting ready for X Play, it's like called 60 minutes to beat it or whatever. And then at the beginning of X Play, before they get into the show, they talk about that game and say if it's like you're gonna play it again, you don't want to, you'll play it maybe again, or you're never gonna play it again. There's like a rating system, and it's really cool. But yeah, man,
Hashtag SB4Q4G4.
that's a lot of fours.
I know. That's why I did it like that. Listen,
Damn.
we could be on G4.
Yeah,
I feel like we
could,
make
yeah.
G4-esque content.
I mean,
G4, what up?
we do.
SB4Q4G4.
I feel like our PAX video is so much like some of the new G4 content because Kasim's on it, and he does like a lot of like behind the scenes, like he's doing a bit, but like he's like interviewing someone or he's like investigating something.
I like that.
There was a bit at the beginning of Attack of the Show this week where it was like No Way Home spoilers, and there was a guard at the front of their building, like not allowing people to come. Like, have you been anywhere in proximity to someone close who has seen No Way Home in the past 24 hours? And they're doing this bit like over and over again, and then Kasim comes in and he's like, this is unconstitutional. How could you ask me this? I will not follow your tests and your blah, blah, blah. And then one of like the interns walks by and he's like, guys, you got to wear your mask. Like, oh, we're sorry. We're so sorry.
Yeah, and then you're
And
all humble about it.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. The writing is stellar. And then Adam Sessler is just the best.
G4, hit us up.
Sure.
I'm sure
Fuck
you're
it.
watching.
Do it. We're
Yo,
going to
y'all
play the
could-
G Station.
Yeah, right. You could use a show called Save Before Quitting. That fits right in.
Dude, if they came out with a show called Save Before Quitting, I'd be so mad. 'Cause we definitely don't have it copywritten, but also, like,
We might have to do that.
Yeah, we might have to. Look
I think
into
that's
that.
important now.
Yeah, now
I think
the
we've gone
G4's
far
back.
and long enough that we got to kind
Now
of
the
do that.
G4's back and making shows.
Or we can copyright, just for not just well, we'll copyright it, but we can still come on the show. G4, make us a
We
thing.
could share it,
Yeah.
like how Sony does with Spidey.
Right.
You can have our Doctor Strange, and you give us your Spidey.
That sounds oddly sexual.
Give us some Strange.
For a piece of change. Do something strange for a little piece of change. You know what I'm saying? Second question. Was from CLD. What 90s cartoon would you like to see modernized and turned into a video game? His was SWAT Cats, which I was like, yeah, that's fire.
I've never heard of this, and we've discussed it so many times, and I've still never done the investigation needed.
It's an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon of these two cats, well, anthropomorphic, obviously, who were mechanics, but also like superheroes, I guess.
So Super Mario Brothers with cats.
Kind of. They're
Am I
a little
blowing your
edgier.
mind?
They're edgier than Super Mario.
Edgier Super Mario Brothers, but cats, and
it's-
instead of plumbers, engineers.
Mechanics.
Same thing.
True. I would say they're more like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but there's only 2 of them, and they have a job. Look, man, they were part of that 90s run where they were making animals into anything. Street
No.
Sharks, SWAT Cats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Angry Beavers.
Angry Biker Mice from Mars. Do you remember that?
I know the toys from it. I never
Yeah.
saw the cartoon. Those are all over the place, the toys, because
Yeah.
you could take their antennas and push
Yeah.
them in and out a
Yep.
lot. I remember that.
They're part of that era.
Yeah.
So that's where SWAT Cats is from.
Do you remember Butt
Samurai
Ugly
Pizza
Martians?
Cats.
Butt Ugly Martians?
Yes, I do remember. But
Yeah, those were interesting.
bums. That was the whole thing.
I didn't know that. I was that came out when I was super young.
Yeah.
So I was just like, cool. They look cool like Power Rangers kind
They
of.
got you. That's how they get you.
Yeah, man.
We did go back and forth about this already. I think your answer was rocket power.
I said Rocket Power just because I feel like that show was ahead of its time, but also at the same time made sense for it because around that time in the 90s was when extreme sports and the X Games started picking up and gaining heat, Tony Hawk Pro Skater and whatnot like that, and Underground. So it was in the news and it was a big deal,
Right.
and it made sense to be a show. But if you made a Rocket Power game today, that'd be the best extreme sports game that we've had in a while. Besides that one game that was announced that was pretty much Rocket Power, but a multiplayer online thing where it was rocket suits, squirrel suits, bikes. It's steep but better.
It's it was a Ubisoft game, right?
Yeah. Riders Republic.
Riders Republic. Yeah.
That one, that's cool, and don't get me wrong, but if you put the Nickelodeon behind it, and then the whole world is cartoonized and has that cool filter on it, then you bring back Rocket Power in a good way and the opposite way of the Rugrats, because nightmare fuel and Jesus Christ doesn't exist when you watch that.
I could see Rocket Power having a Sunset Overdrive kind of vibe.
Oh, that'd
Kind
be
of
good.
colorful, and while you include the
Yeah.
skateboard, but there's also hijinks that go on, so you're
Fuck
beating
yeah.
bosses and shit. I think it would be like that.
You got skateboard, you got surfing, you got inline skating. You could probably make them a little bit older. You could do the Rugrats all grown up style, where they're teenagers, give them ATVs,
Yeah.
and snowboarding. Oh, dude, that'd be so much better. That'd be a fun time. And then it's all in Hawaii too, so
Yeah.
it's all floral themed.
And they already got
you get
that-
Uncle
so-
Tito.
Sunset Overdrive already has that color palette.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's how I see
What was
it.
the dad's name of that show? Because he was the ultimate Chad.
I don't remember because I wasn't a big fan of Rocket Power. I
Really?
remember it. I remember it being on. I remember Aaron watching it a lot.
Yeah.
But I think by that time I was I was kind of starting to age out. And then though, SpongeBob came out. Aaron kept watching that, and I just remember one time what the fuck is this? And next thing you know, I'm cracking up.
Oh yeah, because
on the couch.
I feel like SpongeBob itself goes with any age group, if that makes sense.
It's become bigger than the show. It's just a
Yeah.
part of memes and gifs and
the beauty of SpongeBob is the old shit, the OG SpongeBob was enough on the line to
Yeah.
be good for adults as well
And
with
that's
the humor.
where I came in.
But then like the new stuff is like good for kids as well, just like straight up only kids. But
And
then
it's memified now because they have them. They add the memes to the show now.
yeah, they know what their audience is now.
Yeah.
They're running with it. They're running with fire. Other than that, I mean, obviously X-Men. We need a good X-Men game. We're getting the Insomniac Wolverine game in that universe, but I feel like X-Men as a whole could be done really well.
And you already know I've been beating the drum for Batman Beyond.
Dude, Batman Beyond, just like a dedicated game. Like even I don't want it in the Arkham style. Arkham Engine though, but just change the whole entire like aesthetic of it though. That'd be perfect.
Cell shaded.
Give him like fucking rocket boots as well, so he's not just gliding and doing the stupid thing where you dip down and then you gain height and then you dip down and you gain height. Fuck that. That was dumb. I'm sorry. It's physics.
Exactly. My answers was Gargoyles by Insomniac. Disney's Gargoyles, for those who don't know.
If you don't know what Gargoyles is, read a book.
Simpsons Hit and Run 2. I feel like they could do a lot with where that show has gone, plus all the new modern technology. That was a PS2 game. Because I can imagine GTA 5, but it's The Simpsons in their universe.
That'd be pretty fun. It'd be neat to have like an open world Simpsons game where you can make like your own Simpson and then like just live in the world and like do tasks and stuff. Kind of like Stick of Truth, where like you're the new kid on the block, but like it's you don't have to be a kid per se. Like you could choose to be a kid, or you could choose to be an adult, or you could do something else. I don't know, one of Krusty's employees or some shit, I guess.
Right.
I don't
That would be
know.
dope, though. I think that'd be. Or you're like a new employee at the power plant.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I would like that. It would get me to maybe watch Simpsons.
I'm telling you, man.
They need to make a Family Guy game.
They did that. But
They
then I guess
did?
so was it, they made a Simpsons game too. I guess I'm making that. The point of this question is another one.
Yeah. Other 90s cartoons.
I said Rockstar's Bully, but it's Hey Arnold.
That'd be fun. And you just play as the one like weird looking bully with the tooth that comes out like at the bottom.
No,
The guy with the fucking penis nose.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Penis nose.
Sid. But
Sid is
it's
from Toy Story.
There's a Sid on Hey Arnold too.
I don't fucking know. What about Stoop Kid?
Stoop.
Pigeon
Kids
guy.
afraid to leave his stoop.
What was the pigeon guy's name? Was he just
Pigeon
called
Man.
Was he just called Pigeon Man?
Yeah,
okay,
it's
cool,
Pigeon
cool,
Man.
cool, cool.
Always eat your berries, Arnold, and fly towards the sun. I remember
That man was one step closer to being a pedophile than it was uncomfortable in that episode.
Yeah.
It was a little uncomfortable. I was like,
When the pigeon flew to his suit and pulled all the cords out and they flew him towards the sun,
Yeah.
I'm like, even as a kid, I'm like, I think that would work for pigeons. I don't know how. Over time, they're going to drop you.
yeah.
And you're flying towards the sun.
Icarus flies too close to the sun.
Right.
Pigeon Man as well.
He just told a 9-year-old to always fly towards the sun.
Yeah. Never wear sunscreen, Arnold. It's a fake. It gives you the cancer, not the sun. The sun is the best part.
Exactly. But
Oh,
I think that's
man.
all we said in the chat.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of other ones that would be decent. Like maybe like an Ario Monsters would be fun, but it's just like a Five Nights at Freddy's rip, and like you just use the Ario Monsters instead.
Yeah, but then you have to kind of tame it out, though, because it's Nickelodeon, so they're going to want it to be for kids.
True, I guess. I don't know. There's not many like Nickelodeon shows that I'm like thinking of. There's definitely no Disney ones that I'm thinking of either when it comes to cartoons. I don't think they really had any that were decent when it came to that. Cartoon Network, obviously. It'd be fun to have an Ed, Edd and Eddie game.
That would be fun. That's already kind of open because
Yeah.
they're in a neighborhood.
That'd be cool because you could switch between the three Eddies, and like the purpose of the game would literally just be to like gain enough money to buy a jawbreaker. Like just like pull off stunts and like, you know, do like little side quests to get money from all the kids in the cul-de-sac while also running around and trying to stay away from the whatever the fucking chicks' names were.
Oh, what
The
are
sisters.
the names?
I was gonna say Sanderson sisters, but that's from the stupid
The
Halloween
something
movie.
sisters. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I always wanted a Dexter's Lab game.
that'd be interesting. I don't know what it would be like though. Like what would
I don't know what it would be like, but he already has a villain. He has Mandark, and
Ahaha.
You go into your lab. Maybe when you go into the lab, that's like your hub. You
Yeah.
can go load up on whatever devices he has and come out and I don't
You
know.
could play as the superheroes from the Dexter's universe.
Oh,
Remember the shitty
the
Avengers.
Justice Friends.
Justice Friend. It was like Thor, but a guitar player.
Valhalla, not Valhalla. Was that his name?
I don't know.
I think it was Valhalla. The Infraggable Crunk.
Yeah, Crunk, and then the Captain America rip.
What was his name?
Fuck.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Damn.
That'd be fun.
But I do remember that though.
Those were the funnest parts to me. Like
Major Glory.
Major Glory. Holy shit, my brain. It's like you remember that part from the Nintendo conference where Sora opened the key?
Yeah.
That was what just happened. Sora just came in and completed my Smash Brothers in my brain.
He came out all giggly.
And it was Major
Glory. Give him back.
Literally that. Honestly, those guys should be in the Nintendo Nickelodeon All-Stars game.
But that's Nickelodeon.
That is Nickelodeon.
It's not Cartoon Network. It's all Warner Brothers though, so they can be in that new one coming out.
They could.
What's that game? Something verse? No, that's Rumbleverse. What's the W one again?
W Burst.
Why can't I remember it now? Fuck. It was a good name too. I was like, oh, that's a great name.
WB Fightin'.
Something versus.
We be versus.
Okay, well, we're not going to get anywhere with this.
Anyway, other than that, I'm not sure. Not many 90s cartoons stick out in my brain that are like, yes, give me a game. Like, obviously, like I would be like, oh, The Amazing Spider-Man, like the cartoon, you know, like, give me the cartoon. You know
they
what?
did that too, though. That was a Super Nintendo game.
You know what I'm really pissed about that nobody liked? Spider-Man Unlimited. I don't know if anyone remembers this show, but that was like...
I remember the show.
I loved that show, dude, because it was like the premise. I recently restarted watching it on Disney Plus because it's there. It was like they start on Earth, and then J. Jonah Jameson's son is going to behind the sun because there was tracked an alternate version of Earth. There was like a different Earth behind the sun that we couldn't see because we could never see the other side.
Fly towards the sun.
Yes. And then
if we didn't already have a title, I would use that. But
dude,
go ahead.
Venom and Carnage like sneak onto the airplane or whatever the fuck you would call it, or the rocket ship, and then Spider-Man tries to stop him but gets knocked off, and then he gets blamed for losing contact with the Jameson's son.
That seems to be the trend with Spider-Man.
Dude, and then Peter Parker hops on like the thing, and it's like Spider-Man's in there. He's like, I'm Spider-Man. I'm going to go save Mr. Jameson's son. And then he's like, let me cover Peter Parker. He's like, and he pulls up and I'm Peter Parker and I'm going with him to take pictures. He's like, that covers Peter's ass. I'm like, no, it doesn't. And then Peter goes to this alternate universe, gets a new suit, which is dope. And it's like nanotech and I love it. And I want a figure of it, but they never made it. Fucking... like he like pays rent with this new chick that's got like a son, and like he calls her MJ a couple times by accident because he hasn't seen MJ in a while, and there's like a weird romance with that, and I'm like, you're cheating on your wife with this like woman that you're paying rent to, and there's like animal people on the planet, and that's like the whole thing. There's animal people. And then the humans, like
I didn't watch this. Like I remember it being out. I don't remember watching it.
It was really fun. It's pretty much like the animal people were like the higher class and the 1% and like the real like population, and then like they lived up in the clouds, and then on the floor where like all the dingy shit was all the humans, and they were like homeless looking, and like you know they're struggling because they're just human, and the animal people hate them because they destroyed the world and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and it's good, and people don't give it enough credit because it's cool. And Venom is in it, and so is Carnage, and they're fun too. And there's a Ram guy.
A damn Ram guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Give me that game.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's it for us, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate the questions.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone for submitting their questions over on the Discord. If you aren't following us, you might have missed out because we are taking a test run of the GS5 over on our Twitch. It's a mystery
to all of us.
Yeah, so we're going to see what kind of goofs and gaffes and bad and good
Real quick. Recognize that font?
I don't think we could say what the font is
Why can't we?
because of why we're laughing at it. Because you know what I mean? Like,
What? I feel like this is actually a good time to say what this font is. The GS5 came with instructions on how to hook it up.
to a box television.
Yeah, to an old school TV.
Is that a Nintendo Zapper? What the?
No, that's,
that's
a fucking gun.
That's a.
A regular gun. This is the Spanish. It says pistola. So,
Can we find that somewhere? Because that look. I might have to look that up.
I mean,
Game Station.
it's clearly something you can
Pistola.
find. It's on the thing.
Jesus Christ.
But I don't know if it's gonna show up.
I could take a picture of it later, but that works too.
Might not focus on that. But if you can see the font up here from the video viewers watching it,
There it is.
you can see the font. It's the old. It's first of all, it's the Sam Raimi Spider-Man
Yeah, it's like
font,
Spider-Man, the OG font from that movie.
aka the PS3 font,
Yeah.
is the font they use for the instructions on the GS5.
Wow. Wow. Well, you might have missed the stream, but if you did, you can always go back and watch the replay. If it even works, we'll see what happens. We don't even know if it works, to be fair.
It's gonna be interesting.
If not, we probably played a little bit of Halo, so Ant could get his hands on that for a bit, which is good as well. So, as always, you can follow us at savebeforequitting everywhere, including Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. The Titty Gang. Make sure you're checking out the YouTube Shorts, the TikToks that were posted, the Instagram Reels, all throughout the week. Mm-hmm. We very much appreciate all you guys for leaving comments and liking. We're getting a lot of views over on the YouTube end of the shorts because I think those pick up a little bit better with the algorithm. TikToks, we get like a couple hundred every single video, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah,
but
making its way around.
Hell yeah. If you like the show, share it around, tell a friend to check it out. Let them know your favorite episode. Watch the new PAX Unplugged video.
Do that.
It's a nice little short video, short and sweet. That's a good time. Mm-hmm. Have we talked about that? We talked about it last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
I forgot. Here we are. This is the first time we're all back together.
December's
like 2
been a
weeks.
blur.
Yeah. It's weird. The end of 2021 is here.
By that Christmas is here. It doesn't feel like it's right there. But
the next podcast will be in the new year, right?
No.
It will be released.
It'll be right before
Oh.
New Year's.
Shit. Well, we got one more episode this year. And with that episode, we'll most likely do our top 5 games. We're just going to talk about games that we played this year. It doesn't necessarily mean they came out this year.
Right.
But
Our top 5 experiences gaming.
Top 5
year.
experiences and games that we think you guys should play if you haven't. You guys send us your top 5 games this year of what you guys played.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also toss in a couple of honorable mentions of games that we really want to play that we just didn't get a chance to. And then, do we do a worst game of the year? Did we say that?
Yeah, we said Battlefield.
Oh. Battlefield's the worst game of the year.
But we'll have a
Spoiler
lengthy
alert.
discussion.
Yeah.
We can lead up. We
Yeah,
can build up
we
to
can
that.
talk about that. But you can do all that. You can shoot it in our Discord. You can send us an email.
Yep.
Savebeforequitting fully spelled out at gmail.com, or go to our website, savebeforequitting fully spelled out.com, to pick up some merch if you like the show, or just to watch the Twitch streams from our page right there.
Yeah.
And other than that, there's not much left to do than to save before quitting and play the GS5 with the Pistola. Gotta get that pistola. What is this?
When shit gets out of controller, you grab the pistola off your hipola and shoot them in the...
Dinkola.
There you go. Yeah, I was thinking it and you said it.
This gun looks like a Call of Duty gun that you get that you don't want to use.
It looks like standard issue.
Yeah. It's like the model 1911 or whatever.
Whatever
it
gun
is.
that was. Yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna suck.
Yeah. Time to suck.
We're
We're leaving it there. We're leaving it there.
Time to suck. It sounded like the fucking movie theater voice. Like, this summer, it's time to suck.
From the makers of
Kirby.
it's a Nintendo movie.
From the makers of the Sonic franchise comes Kirby. Time to suck.
Kirby looks dead face in the camera like,
Yeah.
it's time to suck, motherfuckers.
Voiced by Samuel L. Jackson.
Now the show's over.
Alright, I am stopping the recording now. I'll let that go for a bit.
How come I can't figure out how to stop the recording again? Oh, wait, because it wasn't on Discord. It was on motherfucking
Zoom.
Zoom.